Hi Pick-a-Carders, this is Varush and this is the Pick-a-Card channel. As usual, you guys want to subscribe to this one separate from my other channel. And today we're going to take a look at what is he not saying. I know it's a he, but if it's a she, then please convert what is she not saying. I had to pick one for the title. So anyway, we have three options today, 1, 2, and 3. This is a timeless video, and I'm going to go through it rather quickly, and I don't do editing for these types of videos, which means that you'll see me going between the piles. Make sure to like and comment. Comments are super important for the video, so please comment, like, and subscribe to make the energy real. And if you don't want to choose one option, choose one of the other ones. If you don't like what you're hearing or if it's not right for you today, that's fine. We'll try again tomorrow, okay? So let's start with number 1 first. Hi, number 1s. Welcome to my channel. This is your reading for what is he not saying. We're going to spill the tea. I'm picking from the bottom because these are the clarifier cards at the top. So we have the Queen of Cups first. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Lots of water, insight and intuition. I love the Queens of Cups in which their faces are veiled because their emotions are sort of hidden. So I have a feeling that somebody has not been sharing their emotions clearly, or maybe they have deeper emotions than they have let on. Then we have the Ten of Rods. The Ten of Rods is saying like there's a lot of heaviness that's going on for this person. I have a feeling that they're really struggling with things on a personal level, and they're overburdened with things, possibly with things from the past. So don't be worried or don't take it personal. I think that it could be a past situation. Inner voice, the oracle, inner voice, intuition. They are struggling with, I have a feeling that they are struggling with something that they are very afraid of. Their intuition told them something a long time ago, or possibly they went to see a psychic who told them something that made them very worried about their future. And we have the intensity, the Knight of Wands. I have a feeling that this person feels afraid that they're going to lose you. I have a feeling that this person's afraid that somebody else is going to come towards you and whisk you away. They have a history of being betrayed. They have a history of being cheated on and so forth. And I think that they believe that that is a pattern in their life that they can't shake. They don't understand that that's something in the past. I think that they see you as this like a very receptive person full of love for everybody. And I don't think that they can measure up and be at your level, but they are. And so I have a feeling that this person is really worried about other people coming in and taking away your attention, you falling in love with them, and that kind of thing. But that's a projection from their experiences in the past. The next, again, Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, secondary transits in water. So they may have been betrayed by a water sign. Maybe you have significant water transits. Whatever it is, I think that they're overwhelmed with the love that you give them. And I think that that's not a bad thing, but the reason that it becomes difficult for them is that in some way they don't believe they deserve love, or they're so used to rejection that they expect more of the same. So it's a bit of a trigger when somebody shows them a lot of love or shows them compassion and understanding as you have. They are wondering, oh goodness, like, is that for me? Like, I don't deserve this. There has to be something wrong with this situation. They're not trusting the situation because of their past experiences. We have the Hierophant next. They're definitely looking at you for a long-term partnership. They're definitely considering you for love in the long term, marriage, all of these things. But I have a feeling that they're doubting everything because of the past. There could have been another water sign that they were involved with. Someone else who made them feel super comfortable as you are making them feel comfortable. And they are in some way thinking about the past, and it's making them so afraid because this person, I believe, was taken away from them very quickly. This person was taken away, and very possibly this person left by a betrayal. So infidelity, that kind of thing. Four of Wands next, home and family. This person has very serious feelings towards you. This person is planning long term with you. I think they're thinking about buying a home or trying to think of where would they settle with you? Where would they settle with you? Where should your residence be? They're thinking about you as their perfect partner. I think that they see what they want in you, but because they've been burned by a similar situation in the past where, you know, they really want that deep connection. They really want that emotional connection, and they've been burned by that in the past, by having that and having that taken away from them, that they're afraid. They're dealing with a lot of fear. I have a feeling that there's a lot going on for them in their mind. So their mind is saying a million things at once that makes them question their reality. Here is the next message, Queen of Wands, a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, secondary transits in water. I have a feeling that this person is very, very superstitious. I have a feeling that they think, you know, this karmic loop and everything. Some people believe, like, they get superstitious because they feel like the past will come back to them in a different way. So they were karmically hurt sometime. They're afraid that now they're going to hurt you. They're afraid that they're going to meet somebody. They're afraid that somebody's going to sweep them away. I have a feeling that maybe they're afraid that there's going to be someone else, that they're going to in some way hurt you in the way that they had been hurt before, because they're so superstitious about the past coming back and around and around. I have two oracle cards. One, the Angel Oracle Love cards, we all know them. And then this is from my deck, the 19th Century Tarot. So we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And we have the Nine of Cups, which is Jupiter and Pisces. Okay, so let's keep them like this. I have a feeling that they're getting everything they want out of the relationship, but they're afraid. And I have a feeling that in some way they're really afraid of being left behind yet again. They're also afraid of being put in a situation where they treat someone else in a similar way to what they've been treated. They're also getting to know you. I think at first they see the Queen of Cups energy, which is like loving, compassionate, abundant love, those kinds of things. But as they get to know you better, they'll see much more the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands in this case means somebody who's quite confident, somebody who is not very wishy-washy, somebody's not so deep in the emotions, somebody that can get on with it, get on with life. I think that that's going to surprise them later on. And I think that's only going to increase their feelings towards you. Those feelings towards you will only increase. I think they're seeing in you someone from the past, but I think that veil will be lifted, and I think that they'll see something. They'll see you for who you truly are, and I think they'll like it way more. I think that in some way they're still stuck on the past a little bit. You're also getting to know each other much better. This person's very serious about their future, but I have a feeling that they put a lot of weight into relationships, so much so maybe even to a codependent level, so you want to make sure that you're watching out for that. They also are very, very romantic, so they want to get whisked away. They want the fairy tale romance. They want to be cavalier or chivalrous and do all these big and beautiful things together. But I think that you'll actually ground them quite a lot in this relationship, and you're going to help them to get back and focus on what you truly want. Maybe spirituality will be a huge component of your relationship as well. Also, anything to do with intuition, psychic work, those kinds of things, you will share that together. And in fact, that's going to be the blessing of the relationship. So I have a feeling that there's a few things that this person's not saying. Specifically that you're reminding them a lot of the past. I think it's so much so, I don't think they even know, but I think it's so much so that they're not seeing you for who you are. And so they see their ex-partner or ex-love interest in you so much that they're having a slow time to get to know you. I think on some level they understand the connection, but then they're projecting onto it. Their baggage is too much. And I think that in some way they're ready for marriage. They want to partner up. They want to get married, build a home, have a family, bring together, have stability. But I think that there's a lot of things in their mind, or maybe a lot of things in the past, that have to do with things like partying, going out, being a little crazy, being a little bit kind of cut loose and easygoing, free-spirited. But I think they'll see how serious you are, and I think you're going to put them, encourage them to be more assertive, encourage them to be more serious about their life. Because right now they have this Ten of Wands. This to me seems like them, and looking left, right, and center, seeing so many different things that are messy, like things are just not organized for them. And so they need to get organized, and I think that in some way you're going to help them bring focus. And it's not just in this relationship. I think they typically, maybe that's why they were with this person that was kind of messy emotionally, because they themselves were disorganized. They were maybe a little lazy, or maybe a little bit not focused on what they were doing. And so I think that what they're going to get is focus and determination. And I think that they're going to like that, because I think that's what they need. So they need to put down some things. They're having a hard time saying it because they're so triggered. But I would say just be patient with them and things will work out. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. Choose number 2 or 3 if you would like another go at it, or if this didn't resonate. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Okay, so number 2 next. Hi, numero do. I have do. Just make up my own words. Hi, guys. Welcome. And so we're going to take a look at what he is not saying. If you're just jumping in, we're not talking about just men. So if you're dating a woman, or if you have a woman on your mind, then please change the he to a she, okay? So here is the next message. We have the morality, the Queen of Swords. This is the Osho Zen Tarot, which is one of my favorite tarot decks. So Queen of Swords. So something to do with a divorce, maybe something to do with someone passing away, or some kind of separation. 9 of Rods. So this person's been through a nasty divorce, and they're tired, and they're not necessarily opening up as quickly as they would like to, or as quickly as you deserve. Here is the next message. We have the 3 of Pentacles. They've hidden themselves in work. So they're very successful in their work, but it looks as though maybe there's an ex-partner. If it's not a marriage, then it's a boyfriend or girlfriend who was kind of a lot, and it caused like a deep separation. Like this person, no contact, I don't want to know you, get away from me kind of energy. And then the last card for this is slowing down. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. This person has hidden themselves in their work for a very long time. They're marked by a lot of accomplishment. And I don't think that they share with other people how the past relationships have impacted them. So you may have only heard, oh yeah, I had a relationship. It didn't work out. They're a nice person. You may have not heard actually the consequences or the impacts that this Queen of Swords has made on their life. I have a feeling that there was a lot of criticism that this person internalized. And this person sort of shrugged their shoulders or forgave the criticism, but the impact of those words are still there. You know, that person who doesn't do a lot of self-help, doesn't do a lot of psychoanalysis, psychology. They just sort of believe on letting water under the bridge and moving on. But I don't think that they take an account fully of the impact other people's words have on them, and they sort of tough through it. They always want to tough through it, and they never want to get help. And so the way that they tough through it is being very successful in work or career or whatnot. But I think that there's a lot behind the scenes that they're not saying. Here is the next message. We have the 4 of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. She was very, very stingy with money. And this person that you're interested in, or that you're wondering about, I think that they got played. I think that they got played financially, and I think that it caused them to be sort of afraid of moving forward with things with anyone. I think that maybe so it almost feels as though in this past relationship somebody was monitoring them right from the beginning. So when the relationship dissolved and everything, all the cards were put on the table, this Queen of Swords energy, whoever it was, had everything documented from A to Z. And that caught this person by surprise because that person never thought they would break up. And so it was like a big shock to the system that this person was being very materialistic and had always in some way bet on the fact that they would break up. Prince of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries, secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I have a feeling that there's some degree of infidelity. They wonder if this person was unfaithful with them. I have a feeling that there was someone hanging around in their previous relationship, but nothing was ever proven. Here is the next message where we have the Prince of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So this person has a friend at work. This person has a friend at work or through work where they have in some way invested a lot of their emotional mindset or emotional space in this relationship. They talk to this person a lot. They talk to this person a lot, and it doesn't seem as though they had been impacted by past life events, but I do feel like there's been an impact. They've been very successful, but the success is sort of happening because at their work is become their home, and this person is their confidant, the person who they've told all these secrets to. And then we have the High Priestess. So I have a feeling that this person in some way they need to find closure for a relationship that they never received closure. The more I see in these cards, the more that I see this as a narcissist, cataloging all the events right from the beginning, knowing like just how stingy she was being or he was being with them. And so what they're not telling you is that they have this open-ended situation that they don't have an answer for. And so I have a feeling that they still have to connect with several different people to resolve the consequences of their circumstances. They have their work and they have this very serious situation that keeps on kind of cornering them that they have to deal with. And they don't really have a choice as to what to do with it. They're under other people's influence. And these princes are like knights. So these are all knights of different suits. So they still have to achieve something with regard to a situation. It really feels as though they're still outlying things that they need to accomplish with regard to a situation, their past relationship, that are not closed yet. And I have a feeling that they feel like there's going to be more. I think that they feel like this person will come around again in some way and be a factor for them again in their life. And they don't really want to say that, obviously, because they don't want to discourage you. So we have make the effort. This is encouraging you to support them. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I have a feeling that what the universe is saying is that this person has other things going on and they have an open-ended situation that they're trying to put to an end, but they never received closure for it. So they're exhausted. This card, Nine of Rods. They've just simply found a safe space to relax in or to live in. They found some transitionary place to just exist while hoping this other really huge situation that's sort of connected to them solves itself. They're hoping that there will be a resolution, but they're dependent on all these other people, and there's a lot of people involved. And I always believe in too many cooks in the kitchen in relationships. You don't want too many people involved, but this person is in one way or another dependent on it. Maybe these are members of this person's family also. The family seems to have been very deeply integrated, and this person in some way is still answering to this person's. I have a feeling this person spread a lot of lies about this person. The person that you're asking about, the one you're wondering, what is he not saying? I have a feeling that they're really, really tired. I have a feeling that they're really tired, and that allows them to just live a very basic level right now. Even though to the outside world they may seem successful and all these other things, I think that they're actually quite tired from the way they've been treated in the past. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Sometimes the strongest people are the people who suffer the most, because people assume they'll be okay and that they can handle it. So when circumstances go bad, then they get sort of left on their own. Ten of Wands, there's just too many things for them. I have a feeling something happened in this relationship, in which the previous relationship, in which there was someone stirred up a lot of problems for this person. They may have been financial, but I have a feeling this person, if they were, has bounced back. What I do feel is that there's a lot of loose ends in this situation. So, but it's saying for you to apply effort. I think this person's afraid to talk, maybe afraid to open up. Maybe not afraid, but just tired of being open to a new part of the journey, and also inundated with messages from other people that are involved, which can make your brain sort of spin and feel crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys liked number 2. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. But if you're interested, you can choose number 1 or 3 for another message, so you don't have to be stuck on this one. If it doesn't vibe, then let it go. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards, okay? First message, we have the 4 of Swords. Sorry, this is for number 3. I just jumped into it. Hi, number 3. Welcome to my channel. This is your reading for What Is He Not Saying? So we have the 4 of Swords, postponement. He's taking his sweet time on something. Maybe there's an air of maybe some kind of depression or delay. Then we have the Thunderbolt. He wants to say something to totally change the circumstances, but he's been putting it off. So maybe he's been waiting to say something. He really wants to convey something, but I think that he feels like there's never a good time. It's been a very volatile time for you. And then we have isolation, which is the 3 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Pentacles, compromise. I have a feeling that this person has some feelings that are preventing them from sharing. I have a feeling that this person is working through a lot of hurt and guilt. I think that what you're offering to them is reciprocity, a balanced relationship. You want to give to them in a fair and equal manner to which you receive. But this person doesn't feel like they can even have that for whatever reason. I have a feeling that they have like a fundamental distrust for the world around them. They have a fundamental distrust for their position in life and their circumstances. The next message is the 8 of Rods, and this is Mercury and Sagittarius. They want so bad to, it feels like distance. They see you over there being willing to give them in a fair and just manner. They want to say all these things to you, but I think that a lot of their world is really falling apart. So they want to say all these things. They want to express their gratitude. They want to express their love. But I have a feeling that they feel like they're a world away from a normal life. And so they don't even open up to others on that level. It's almost like you look like that puppy in the window, you know, that somebody can't have, you know. I'm not calling you a dog, sorry. But what I mean is that you're so far away that they sort of see this perfect situation that they could be a part of, but they feel like there's so many things between you that it'll never work out. They just have doubt about the possibility of the relationship. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. They're worried about money. They're worried about offering enough money. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Really overwhelmed person, it looks like. This person has some very dark narratives going on in their mind. So the things that they believe and they think are really overwhelming them. I have a feeling that they believe certain things, like their philosophy about life is somehow flawed and mixed up. So the things they believe, they're either catastrophizing, which means that they're assuming that the future will be really bad or will be just the apocalypse, the end of the world, or possibly they may not believe people. Maybe they've had their trust broken. I have a feeling that they wanted, how do you say this? I have a feeling that maybe they have behaved in a manner, or they had been, yeah, they have behaved in a manner that was in some way, they had behaved in a manner that was in some way testing the waters. It was like somebody was being a bit of a jerk or causing problems, and they never expected that to be called out. So there could have been a situation where they were like playing games with you, or emotional games, or mind games, and I think they never expected the consequence to be this icing somebody out. I just love this card because to ice somebody out is like a recent term. It's a modern term of slang, but these cards were much older before icing somebody out was a term. So they got iced out by their own behavior. They want to say nice things and all these different things, but how do you begin? How do you begin to explain? They see the fair and balanced person, but somehow they've gotten so far away from you that they just don't know how to bridge that gap. And we have the Empress next, which is Venus. Some people call this Taurus energy because Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus, which could be true. But to me, this is Venus. I have a feeling that there's like a higher resolution to your current circumstances. I know we're asking like, what is he not saying? But I think this is kind of saying what will happen. So I have a feeling that if you leave well enough alone, so provided you don't start to muck around and try to change circumstances, influence situations, I have a feeling that there is going to be some kind of solution, because this energy is very low vibration. This is a person who's like out on the corner and they're overwhelmed, and their mind is racing, their emotions are racing. They have really high aspirations, but they don't know how to ground them or how to apply them in life. And so they've put it off. They feel like they've made all of these, how do you say, mistakes, or they've made all of these issues, and they're putting it off. And you have to decide for yourself how you're going to deal with that, or how you feel about it, because that's their assumption of you, that everything's fine and you're hanging out and everything's copacetic. The Six of Pentacles, right? You're covered, you're stable and happy. That's their assumption about you. The true story is what you have going on, right? And through that assumption, they're just like not even addressing a situation. This really feels like catastrophizing. I mean, they see the worst of the worst in everything right now, because maybe wherever they're at, that's their ability to cope or their ability to deal with things, and they're just putting it off, putting off talking about it. But the reality of it is, and what I was trying to point out here with the Six of Pentacles, is that, how do you say this? The reality is that maybe you're not that great. Maybe you need them to contact you, or maybe you miss them. And so their mental illness or their wrong way of thinking may be impacting you in a negative way, because you just may need them there. Maybe you just need them there. But because of their choice making, they're causing all this chaos. I know some people like this. I'm not going to say who or what. And I've had a relationship with someone like this. And when you get involved emotionally like this with someone, and they keep on projecting into a situation all of these assumptions and negatives, I had so much sympathy and compassion for people like this, But then at the end of the day, you're the one left out in the cold because there's always going to be this justification. So just my feedback, you make your decision for yourself. If you feel as though this person's always kind of keeping you out and saying, even if they have the biggest idealistic hopes and expectations, if this is what you're getting over and over again, it's no good for you to keep on going back, because they assume everything is fine with you, because their assumption that everything is fine with you is premised on the fact that nothing's right with them and everybody else is suffering. So it's an expression of their own suffering why they're assuming this about you, right? But the truth may be different. Maybe you're suffering as well. Maybe you want to hear from them. But what this is saying is that there's going to be a love-based solution. Venus is ruling here, right? There's a love-based solution to this situation. Either a new relationship for both of you or compassion for both of you in this situation. I have a feeling that direct confrontation between you and this other person is probably less likely. And like I said, if it is going to happen, I'm worried that they're going to infect you again with all these assumptions. Let's take a look at our oracle cards. It's safe for you to love. Boom. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. So it's saying that there's going to be some kind of solution. You have to trust the universe. You know the old adage about manifestation, when you focus on one specific person, then you could be messing up your energy field, because maybe the love that you're meant to receive is not that one person. Maybe it's somebody else. So rather than focusing on what you're not getting in a relationship, trust the universe that it's providing you the love beyond what you see before you. Maybe there's a higher purpose. Maybe there's something around the corner you're not even aware of. But love is coming in, and trust the universe. Be confident that love is coming in for you. Maybe in some way you had that projection from yourself. Maybe you believed, no love for me, I'll be alone forever, I have too much stuff going on, I don't have a nice enough body, I don't have enough money. So maybe in some way at some point you believed all these things, and that's why you met this person who was like tenfold in those beliefs. And so suddenly it started bringing down the relationship, right? Because you met each other at each other's vibration level, the same vibration. And it just brought everything down. But maybe if you allow yourself to heal, if you allow them to heal and allow the water to stream down, you know, water likes to find the path of least resistance. So if you allow water, love, to find the path of least resistance to your heart, then it's going to come in from the universe. Here is our card. We have the Two of Cups. I did not see this. Love. It's just, love is coming in, you know. There's a synchronicity between you and the other person. There's an alignment there. But I would say just don't focus too much on one person. Maybe this person needs some time alone to figure their things out so that they can actually say what they intend to. But there's a very sincere feeling from them to you. Since, like I said, sometimes you can have compassion and love for the sincerity for the person, but how it actually plays out is a lot of BS, especially if they have a toxic narrative running in their mind, if they believe toxic things. So they can love you till the cows come home, but if they keep on projecting into your dynamic with them negative things and fear and all these things, then that's not good for you either, and it'll cause you setbacks. And then you're not helping them either. It's just enabling their bad ideas. You know, compassionately stroking them and saying, it's okay, the world's not going to fall apart. You're enabling their need for being validated and, you know, to validate their feelings of even believing that a catastrophe is going to happen. But I think the solution is going to be love. It's just, I think you should shift your awareness towards, I'm ready, universe, for love. You can say it with me right now, like, I'm ready, universe, for love. Bring it to me in the way that is best for everybody. And I'm ready for it. It's on your timeline, you know. I felt it here. Maybe I'll feel it again from this person. And maybe just not focusing on what went wrong will really help to progress towards something that will go right. right? This is the creative principle, yin, receptivity, right? Yin is receptivity. It's the bull receiving energy or mana or energy from the universe. So you need to get in a receptive phase. It's safe for you to love. You keep looking at the negatives, and I know this is way beyond what is he not saying, but I think I see him, I see him, the ruminating, the negatives. And so you need to be a receptive bowl of the yin, divine feminine energy, ready to receive love, And if the person you're thinking about is outside of that, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe he has another journey, maybe she has another journey. But you have love on your horizon, and that's why you felt it here. It just got a little confusing in the middle. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't like this option, choose number 1 or 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Comments are so important to make the energy real. And remember, this is Pick a Card, so subscribe to this separately from my main channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.